I bring you greetings from Australia, and Australia would say g'day. When I moved to Australia at the age of 11 from India, one of the first words and new words that I learned was nigger. And this is something that I was called repeatedly by two kids at school. Now, although it was a very small minority, it had a fairly large impact on my self-esteem that was crushed as an 11-year-old trying to fit into a new society. One of the reasons that women are stoppable and they can't go out and do everything is that women do not let go of their emotions. They hang on to things and they hang on to hurts that have happened in their life. In fact, when you look at the word baggage, you divide up the word baggage and it's bags that age you. We hang on to things that age us for a long period of time. Women are stoppable because they want to stay in that victim role. Well, this happened to me. My boss doesn't support me. I don't get enough money. I wish I could do that. We need to learn how to become heroes of our own life and stop being victims of our circumstances around us. And unless women learn how to do that, they are completely stoppable. You can't keep blaming circumstances around you. You've got to take charge of your own destiny. If you keep waiting for everybody else to change around you, it won't happen. And having been born in Punjab in India, Gandhi used to always say, one of his wonderful sayings was, if you want to see the change, become the change. See the change within yourself rather than expecting other things to do that. Recently I was coaching a woman who was struggling with a very tough boss. And this woman is at an executive level, she's in her mid-50s, she's very experienced. And what she had not let go of was the emotions around working with very challenging bosses who were all male. When we did some work, we realised that she, in the course of her career, had had 8 bosses, all the same. And it actually ended up relating back to patterns that were initially to do with her father, who was very controlling and egocentric. So women like that are always going to be stoppable because they just have not let go of those emotions. The second thing that I want to talk about where women are stoppable is because women do not believe in themselves. They're constantly questioning, am I good enough? Am I smart enough? Am I worthy enough to be in this job? And it doesn't just apply to work. Am I a worthy mother? Is it okay if I go and do this? Am I able to go and achieve this amount of money? They're constantly questioning who they are and what they are worth. They don't market themselves. They don't sell themselves. And unless women learn how to market and sell themselves and start believing in themselves that they are worthy to earn the same amount of money as their male counterparts with the same experience and the same qualifications, women are always going to be stoppable. Recently, an executive woman that I'm coaching says to me that she has been touted as one of the 2 people that will become the next CEO. Now, this woman is extraordinary. She has 2 degrees, she has 30 years of experience, and you know what she's questioning? Am I good enough? And as a result of that, she will probably miss out on the CEO's role. So women have to stop questioning themselves if they are going to get anywhere. The third thing that I want to mention in my last point is that women do not live their passion. They are passionate about a whole heap of things in their life. Often they think I'm passionate about my family. But you know what? A lot of women are passionate about their work as well. And why can't women be passionate about both things? I have a 4-month-old son who I left to come to Malaysia, and I go to work 4 days a week. And I went back to work after he was 6 weeks old. And I had society, including my mother, including my sister-in-law, saying to me, what are you doing? Shouldn't you be at home with this child? The answer is yes, I'm passionate about him, and I'm passionate about my 2-year-old, but I'm also passionate about my work. I didn't go back for money, I'm passionate about what I do. So whilst women subordinate their own needs and their own passions, whether it's about their work, about their health, about their families, to other people, we are always going to be stoppable. Always going to be stoppable. My mother, who is very traditional and very wonderful and very caring and very controlling, a typical Indian mother, she was passionate about me getting married to an Indian man. Right, this was her passion. And she used to put her hand on her hip and say, Bidin, I know I brought you to Australia, but you will marry an Indian boy that I picked for you. You will do, and you will not dishonor your family, and you will do what happened to me. I didn't want to marry your dad, but it worked, didn't it? And you will marry the boy that I pick you. In fact, she was so passionate about this that she went to the Indian Down Under, which is a Indian newspaper, and she put my advert out with my particulars. She got about 100 applicants, applicants, and she shortlisted them down to 3. Now, don't ask me the process she used to get them down to 3. In fact, I didn't want to know. And then she announced at the dinner table one night that she had arranged meetings for me to go and meet with each of these 3 finalists. Now, I did not share her passion. And I ended up telling her a number of years later that I was in love with a man who had 2 children from a previous marriage. It didn't go down well. The reason I share that story with you is that, for me, I'm passionate about finding a soulmate. And although I grew up in a culture that I dearly love, there are some things about that that I will not subordinate to. There are things in my work that I'm passionate about, whether it's coming to Malaysia or going to work or thinking about how to make a difference. Whilst women are subordinating their passions to their mothers, to their husbands, to their children, and to their society, they will always be stoppable. And that's unfortunately the way that it works.